Ugh. There's always cars and construction when I start to film. Hey y'all, welcome back. It's Awkward Noah here. And today we're gonna try something a little different than we normally do. This week I'm going entirely unscripted, which is something completely new to me. Normally I like to have everything by the book just so I can read it out. But this time I was like, why not? Maybe it'll be a little more personal and we'll see how it goes. And this week we're gonna be talking about Valentine's Day, a week after my birthday and probably one of my least favorite holidays. I think my favorite part was when we used to get all those little cards in elementary school and you spent like hours writing out every single one. Anyway, it's all about the law of attraction today, sweethearts. Also known as how to get what you want without doing anything at all. I'm just kidding. There's actually a lot that you have to do in order for the law of attraction to actually work. As always, I've researched so you do not have to. Now, I'm no doctor, so I don't know if this actually works or anything like that. I'm going off about an hour of research on the internet right now, so take it with a grain of salt. I'm nervous, but we're gonna shake those jitters out. We're gonna break the law of attraction down into 3 simple points for you to remember when you're trying to get what you want. So hopefully this Valentine's Day, you're not on your phone alone with no one to call your own. Now, let's get into it. Do you know the first time I ever got a tarot reading was back in high school? There was this booth in the mall and this lady was like, hey, I'll give you a tarot reading. And I was like, you know what? Sure, let's go for it. And in that reading, basically, she told me that I was blessed in another life. If I wanted anything from the universe, all I had to do was ask for it. What I figured out was that she was just explaining the law of attraction. And being Valentine's Day, it was pretty fitting. So I'm actually getting so nervous writing this without a script. I just need to calm down. Am I turning red? It's perfect for the theme. Speaking of calming down, that brings us to our first tip. Meditate. Now, meditation isn't just about calming down. It's about erasing your mind and getting rid of all those negative thoughts. A lot of what meditation is just about removing stresses and all the negative energy that's been building up inside you. But the law of attraction has to do with the universe and all the energies within them. And what is energy if not a vibration? The law of attraction really focuses on the universe and how everything is a vibration in itself. If you align yourself to certain vibrations, that is how you're supposed to be able to attract what you want. Such a good vibration. It's such a sweet sensation. I may not be a singer, but I hit those damn notes. Anyway, take a second to look outside and feel the energy of nature, how things vibrate. Relax and reduce down to your inner core. Let the vibrations come to you. Now that's been the first step. The second step is about thinking. All the problems in our life are typically something to do with perception. Obviously, what's a problem to you might not be a problem to somebody else. There's problems that are completely out of your control. However, if I'm in a bad mood because someone accidentally bumped me in the subway, typically there's some underlying reason as to why I'm mad. Yes, maybe the bumping into me ticked me off just a little bit, but there was something else there in the beginning. Thinking goes back to vibrations. Similar vibrations will attract to each other. 2 droplets of water will collide, but oil and water will not. If you're sending out positive energy, the energy will reflect back to you. If you're sticking to negative energy, that's going to be what reflects back to you. If you're taking more of an effort to feel positive thoughts, then that's going to be a good first step. Remember how in Peter Pan they had to think positive thoughts in order to fly? Well, it's the same in real life. Now I'm just thinking about how there could be an edgy alternate Peter Pan, like how Riverdale did, where all the Lost Boys were just kids who were kicked out of their house for being gay. And his name's Peter Pan because he's actually pansexual. And flying is actually just by the use of some drugs. Oh no, that's a little dark. I'm sure that CW and Netflix will get right on rebooting that to filth. If you do, I want royalties. Anyway, like in Peter Pan, you also have to think the positive thoughts in order to make yourself fly. Now you need to think about how you're going to react to something. Take a second to focus before feeling on how you can respond to things differently. And once you practice thinking before you feel, you'll be able to attract more. Speaking of feeling, that's the final step. Feel. Now in the typical law of attraction rulebook, the law is ask, believe, receive, which is exactly what my tarot card lady told me. But the main emphasis is on the believe in order to receive something, which is also very connected to feel. Once you meditate and think and then ask for what you want, then you've got to work on feeling it and believing it before you're able to receive it. Now with feeling, a lot of it has to do with just feeling as though you have it. You're never going to be truly satisfied for life if you always are just wanting. The thing is, if you feel as though you already have it, then you're going to be set. Now, all of this might be a bit of phooey, but who cares? Positive feelings is never going to get you wrong. Of course, there is such a thing as over-positivity. However, when it comes to attaining your goals, if you're going to constantly be negative, you're not going to achieve anything. And once you practice feeling as though you have something, things will start to come your way. When I wanted a job, I put out that I already had it. And while I say go into the job acting as though you've already had it, make sure you're not being rude just as much. As we learned this week from Tamisha Armand and Candy Muse, there's a fine line between arrogance and confidence. All right, babes, we all should live our lives like Valentina, already winning the competition. If it doesn't sit right with my fantasy, then I don't want it. Just be careful you don't get stuck in a delusion and make sure you're still feeling the other emotions that life has to offer. Delusion. Convince yourself. It's not a 24/7 practice. Sometimes you can turn off the law of attraction and feel your other feelings. But with good habits, you might just see some changes in your life. Now, like I said, I have no idea whether or not this is true, but let me tell you, I've already started living like this, and believe me, I'm where I would have dreamed back a few years ago. And while I'm completely content with what I have right now, I'm gonna still keep on attracting more. And while I can't completely promise you a Valentine, because when it comes to love, of course, there's no way to control how other people are feeling. However, like I said in my last video, my husband did come from me being quite confident. And I started living like I already had a boyfriend and became much more happy on my little lonesome, even before he showed up. Now, I'm not saying it works, but it's definitely worked for me. So, this Valentine's Day, if you're looking for a special someone, just remember, you've got all you need right here. If you want flowers this Valentine's Day, buy your own damn flowers and watch a sappy rom-com. Don't be sad, just be happy. Feel those feelings in the rom-com, maybe you'll start to feel them yourself. So just remember, when you're looking to get something you want, meditate, think, and then feel. Anyway, that's all I have for this week's video, so make sure to like, subscribe, and share. You can find me on socials at AwkwardNoah if you want to give me a chat. If you liked this video, thank you, and if you didn't, then what are you still doing here? Leave! It's all about attracting the good vibes, baby. Thanks to all my loyal followers. I love you guys. See, I'm attracting things right now. I'm talking as though I have 1 million followers already. A boy can dream, can he? Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next week. Bye! My hair looks so funky today. It's just gonna keep getting bigger and bigger with every video.